All right, welcome to Math with Mr. Strands. We are doing Math UC Algebra 1, Lesson 24A. We're going to talk about square roots of polynomials and dividing polynomials. All right, so let's look at number 1. When finding the square root of a trinomial, in this case, you really only need to look at the first term, this term right here, and the last term. And you need to think, what are the square roots of x squared and 4? All right, so in other words, you obviously know this first one's going to be x. X times what is going to be x squared? Well, we know just x, right? X times x is x squared. And the square root of 4 is going to be 2. So our answer is x plus 2. And you can verify your answer by, if you do x plus 2 squared, which is x plus 2 times x plus 2, and multiply that out, you're going to get x squared plus 4x plus 4. And you know that is exactly what you're looking for. Okay, so number 1 is x plus 2. Okay, the square root of number 2, so let's look at, we got x squared plus 6x plus 9. Again, you only need to look at the first term and the last term. So we know the first term is going to be x, because x times x is x squared. And we know the third term, square root of 9, is going to be 3. So x plus 3 is the square root of this trinomial. Let's look at the last one here, number 3. Again, just look at the first term, last term. So first term is going to be x. Last term, square root of 25, we know is 5. So x plus 5. Pretty simple. All right, so now we're going to get into dividing. Okay, so dividing is a little bit trickier, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty simple. So we're going to take x squared plus 5x plus 6, and we're going to divide x plus 3. Okay, you always want to start by matching this with this term right here. Okay, and what I mean by that is you got to think x, what times x is going to match this term? X times x, right? So we're going to put an x here. And we're going to multiply this out. So if we take x times x, it's going to give us x squared. Okay. Now, if we take x times 3, what do we get? We get 3x, a positive 3x. Just like dividing now, we're going to subtract this. So when we take x squared minus x squared, those cancel out and make 0. 5, a positive 5, minus a positive 3 is going to leave us with 2x. And then just like regular division, I'm going to bring down this 6, a positive 6 here. Okay. So now you need to think x times what is going to give me this 2x? Well, x times 2, right? So I'm going to put a positive 2 here. Okay. And then I'm going to multiply this out. 2 times x gives me 2x. And 2 times 3 gives me a 6. When I subtract these, I get 0. So your answer is x plus 2. Okay, let's look at number 5. Again, x times what is going to give us this first term, x squared? Well, we know x times x. Okay, I'm going to multiply that out. X times x is x squared. X times my 5 here is going to be 5x. I'm going to subtract here. The x squareds cancel out. 11x minus 5x is a 6x. I'm going to bring down my 36. Okay. X times what is going to give me this 6x? That's going to be 6, right? So I'm going to put a 6 here. And I'm going to multiply this out. 6 times x gives me my 6x. 6 times 5 gives me 30. Uh-oh, look what happened. It doesn't match up exactly. Sometimes when you're dividing trinomials, it is possible to have a remainder. All right, so your answer for number 5 is going to be x plus 6, remainder 6. Okay? It is okay to have remainders when you're dividing trinomials. All right, let's look at number 6. X squared plus 7x plus 12 divided by x plus 3. So again, you know it's going to have to start off with x, and then you're going to multiply x times x, which is x squared. Okay. X times 3 is 3x. I'm going to subtract these. 7 minus 3 is going to leave me with a 4x plus 12. Bring down my 12. Okay. X times 4 is going to give us that 4x, so I'm going to do a plus 4 here. 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times 3 is 12. They match up perfectly. You have no remainder. Your answer is x plus 4. Okay, let's go down to number 7. Okay, again, you know that the first term is going to be x. Multiply this out. X times x is x squared. X times 8 is 8x. Subtract these. 10 minus 8 is going to be a 2x. Bring down my 16. X times 2 is going to give me that 2x, so I'm going to do it multiplied by 2. 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 8 is 16. If I subtract these, I get 0, so my answer is x plus 2. Okay, number 8. Once you get the pattern of these, they're not as hard anymore, right? You kind of see where you're going with them. So the first term, again, is going to be x. Multiply that out. X squared plus 3x. 10 minus 3 is 7x. Bring down my 21. X times 7 is going to give me that 7x, so I'm going to do a plus 7. 7 times x is 7x, and 7 times 3 is 21. Subtract these, you get 0. My answer is x plus 7. Okay, number 9. Look at number 9. It's a little bit different. How is it different? You have a 2 now in front of that x squared. Doesn't make the problem any more difficult, though. You just got to think, x times what is going to give me that 2x squared? Well, x times 2x, right? So if I multiply that out, 2x times x, I have 2x squared. 2x times 3 is going to give me a positive 6x. Going to subtract again. The 2's subtract each other out, make it 0. 7 minus 6 is just 1x. Bring down my 3. Okay. X plus 3 and x plus 3, these match up, right? So you know if you just multiply that by 1, they're going to match up. And if you multiply that out, you get x plus 3, subtract them, your answer is 2x plus 1. In any of these, you can go always back and check your work. So let's just go back and check number 9, okay? So basically, if I take x plus 3, my divisor, and I multiply that by my answer, which was 2x plus 1, when I multiply these out, I should get my answer as the dividend, which is 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. So let's try it. X times 2x is 2x squared. X times 1 is x. 3 times 2 is 6x. And then 3 times 1 is 3. Add the two like terms together, you get 2x squared plus 7x plus 3, which matches up perfectly with that. Okay, so you know you did it right if you match it up perfectly. Okay, let's go down to the challenge questions. They try to make it hard and they just say challenge. They're not really that much difficult. They just have, instead of a trinomial, it has 4 terms. So again, you need to think x times what is going to start off with this x to the third, right? X squared. So if we take x squared times x, we're going to get x to the third. X squared times 4, it's going to be 4x squared. Subtract these, the x to the thirds cancel out. 9 minus 4x squared is going to be 5x squared. I'm going to bring down my 27x. Do not worry about the 28 yet. We're not there. Okay, so x times what is going to give us this 5x squared? Well, it's going to be 5x, right? 5x times x gives us 5x squared. 5x times 4 is going to be 20x. Subtract these, the 5's go away. 27 minus 20 is 7x. Now I'm going to bring down my 28. Okay. X times what is going to give me this 7x? Well, it's going to be 7. Okay, 7 times x is 7x. And 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract these out, your answer is 0. So your answer for this one, number 10, is x squared plus 5x plus 7. Okay, let's look at number 11. X times x squared is going to give us this x to the third. I'm going to multiply that out, so I'll have x to the third plus x squared times 1 is x squared. Subtract this. The x to the thirds go away. 4x squared minus 1x squared is going to be 3x squared. I'm going to bring down my 12x. Okay, x times 3x is going to give me 3x squared. 3x times 1 is going to be 3x. Subtract these. 12 minus 3 is going to be a 9x. Bring down my 9. X goes into 9x 9 times. And then if you multiply that out, you have a remainder of 0. So your answer is x squared plus 3x plus 9. All right, that is it for lesson 24A. Not too difficult once you start doing a lot of them. That's why it's good to practice multiple ones. You will get the hang of it very, very simply. All right, I will see you next time.